So we're back. We are going to be showing the interrogation, but before the actual investigators from Springfield, Missouri came to Wisconsin to investigate her. So there is a officer or a sheriff, I'm not sure, but he's an officer of the courts.
Yeah.
That came in and was speaking to Gypsy.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one that was sitting with her.
Sitting with her.
Right. I think he was just there to watch her.
Yeah, he was a babysitter.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So he was there watching, and she decided to bring up with some conversation.
And she was flirting with him, child. She said, officer. Gypsy said, I don't mind to have handcuffs on me. Child, we already knew she was a hot pocket baby, but
You know, she was sitting there like, I gotta say something to him.
Thank you. Here you go, Gypsy. Got a blanket for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to need to use the bathroom at all anytime soon?
Probably, yes, sir.
Okay. I can call someone in for you. Oh. She's getting hungry. I don't know. You said Fibers or getting some food or something. Oh, Fibers? Let me try. I think so, yeah. Okay. I'll call in a female deputy for you, okay? 9225. 9225. Can you have 9264 1019 WSD when she has a minute? I don't know what's on the menu tonight, but is there anything particular that you'd like me to try and get you?
I'm not picky.
Not picky? Alright.
They don't have tomatoes.
No tomatoes?
No tomatoes.
Okay, I can help you out with that one. almost 8 o'clock.
I fell asleep for a while.
Yeah, you were out. Nothing wrong with a good nap.
Has there been any news about the man that I came here with?
To be honest, I don't know a thing. I didn't even know you came here with anyone. That's how little I know.
Yeah.
So,
I'm originally from Missouri.
okay.
And, I came here. My mom kicked me out of the house. And she was like, well, it's time you grow up. So I got out on my own. And I called my boyfriend. And he lives in Big Bend. And he came down to Springfield to pick me up. Anyway, we took our home bus. And everything seems fine. Our bus got delayed a little bit. But we got here okay. And then a couple days went by, perfectly normal. All of a sudden we wake up to a loud knock at the door.
Mm-hmm.
And like, Waukesha County Police, you're under arrest. And well, he's the only one that's under arrest. I'm not really sure why I'm here. And anyway, they took us, and I'm here. And I don't know what's going on with him.
Okay. Sorry, I can try and
It's okay.
help for you. I'm sure one of the detectives knows a lot more than I do.
Right. And I think I'm just waiting on someone from the county that I used to live in to come and talk to me.
Okay. Oh, they should be coming back to talk about food soon. Then you can ask them your questions.
Then I had to go to the hospital and get some of my medicine because I have a seizure disorder.
Okay.
That's what kind of knocked me out.
Busy day, huh?
It's kind of weird though. People seeing you in handcuffs, they give you this weird look, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, okay, number one, I didn't kill nobody. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I didn't do nothing. I'm a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You'll
please
get
run in
everything.
handcuffs.
Yeah. Good news. The female deputy just got here, so you can go to the bathroom.
Oh, hey. Stretch my legs a little bit.
Hey, we've got some food for you.
Hey, we got some food.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let me know if you need anything else.
This looks wonderful.
I'll work to get you some water or something too to drink. Did they give you
Apple
something?
juice.
Oh, that's some apple juice. There you go.
Move around and stuff. Bathroom breaks, water, soda, whatever. Hey, Gypsy.
Hi.
How are ya?
Hi.
I didn't mean to wake you. Are you comfortable?
I
Okay, we got you some lunch. You hungry or?
Oh, they got me a sandwich. It was a ham sandwich. It was good.
Was it? Okay, well, if you need any more, we can get you another one.
Has there been any news?
Yes, the people that are coming to talk to you should be here shortly. They're in town, so that's a plus. It's about a 45 minutes to an hour drive from the airport. So
Oh, okay.
as soon as we get them here, we'll direct them to you so we can get this going. You need a soda or anything, or
No, sir.
water?
No, sir.
You're
Feel
good?
nice and big. Comfortable.
You're comfortable?
Yeah.
Good. All right, so I'll let you get back to sleep. You got a little bit of time to get here. All right?
Thank you.
No problem.
That's positive.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it won't be too long now.
We get in some more sleep.
Can I get you anything?
No, sir. It's been sleeping for a little while.
Hopefully they'll be here.
Are there any movie theaters nearby?
Movie theaters? Oh, we got a couple. There's one in Waukesha, Berlin. I think Delafield. Those are the only ones I can think of.
I really want to see the Jurassic World. That looks
It
good.
looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I agree.
And I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I'm like, if I move to a place, I want to make sure that they have a movie theater. Cannot miss Star Wars.
No? That's coming out soon, isn't it?
And December 18th.
December 18th. Couple more months. I feel like they've been talking about that for years now.
They have. And for a while it was like rumored, and then they were like, oh, we're canceling it and we're not going to be making them. And I'm like, oh man. And then they decided to go ahead with it. I'm like, yay.
It's almost here.
Yeah.
Couple more months.
I'm one of those super fans that like read the books, watch
Really?
the movies, read the comics, all that
Uh-huh.
good stuff.
You used to dress up when you go to the movie too?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
that big of a super
Oh,
fan?
yeah.
Yeah?
They used to do midnight premieres where you'd go the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, they don't do that no more. They usually do a 7 o'clock one now on a Thursday. So.
I remember I went to the midnight showing of Harry Potter.
Oh, I was there for all of them.
There was
No.
a bunch of people dressed up for that one, yeah. Can't say I was one of them.
Oh. Well, in this past January, I got a chance to meet some of the cast.
You did?
Because my mom and I went on vacation to Universal Studios.
Okay, to the Harry Potter land or what?
Yes, and it was the Harry Potter Expo. So I got to meet the girl that plays Luna. I got to meet the twins, the Weasley twins,
Really?
Dumbledore, and Hagrid.
Wow. That must have been pretty cool.
It was. The twins are very nice. I mean, they're all very nice, but the twins actually fit their personality on the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Basically the same people?
Mhm.
That's awesome.
So she discussed how, he brought her a meal. Well,
Yeah.
in a bag.
Yeah.
She said, "This is wonderful."
Yeah, it's literally an apple juice and a wrap ham sandwich
This is
in
wonderful.
a brown bag.
In her little baby Minnie Mouse voice.
Like it was filet mignon. I was like, oh, we don't need much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, good. That's good. That's good. And then she started to ask him about, so are any movie theaters around?
Yeah, keep in mind, this was after she was arrested. She was brought down to the police station. So at this point, she's carrying on like her mom ain't at the house, Slade. Baby. Slade. The
She
same
don't
way
know.
that makeup artists murdered her makeup. That's the same way her mama was Slade at the house at the time, baby.
She was there napping. She took a nice
She
long
took
nap.
a nice long nap during this. So that just shows you the level of a psychopath that she is.
Yeah.
She knew her mother was unalived at that point. And she had the audacity to sit there and casually speak to this man as if nothing was going on.
She had her stuffed animal with her. They gave her a blanket.
The fact that she could sleep at night,
Child.
knowing that her mama was there with something in her neck.
Yeah, she did mention that she's just here to see what's going on with Nick.
Right.
Yeah,
Because she had no affiliations. You know that.
she had that worked out already. No affiliation. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So let's run it down. Let's just run it down, right? So she's there. She's napping. We're gonna see that, but eventually, she gets offered the food, etc., etc. And then she went into a story telling the officer about how she's here, right? And this is where she talked about how she was here because her mom kicked her out.
Right. She said that to the officer. She also told Nicholas Godejohn that. She also told Nicholas Godejohn's mother that, and Nicholas Godejohn's stepfather. So it has been a trend, and they've all consistently said the same story through this interrogation, and they have been separated. That she had said that she had been kicked out, and she collaborated with that story and said that she was kicked out. And her mom told her it was time for her to leave and be an adult.
Yep. So that was the story. She's there. But what I noticed, because I'm a type of person, don't offer me up no lie. So she's sitting there, and the officer's sitting
Casually
there,
offering lies.
offering up a
Absolutely.
lie, offering up this story. And for me, it looked a little like a trauma bonding there.
Well, absolutely. But also there was an interview. She was a speaker on a stage in LA last week. And when she got on the stage, they questioned her. And she said, "Oh, I'm doing great." They didn't ask her that. So she's always offering up information.
Always. So,
That's her as a person, because she's a narcissist. So narcissists always think the world is about them.
yeah. And this person, I don't know what his title was, but he's there just to watch her.
Yeah.
She's trying to make friends with him.
I can imagine having his job, having to watch her and listen, and it's BS. Child, my nerves have been on end. I would have been like, "Girl,
Yeah. My nerves was bad just
it's
listening.
quiet time.
Yeah.
I need you to go in the corner. I don't want to
please.
hear another word
Yeah.
from you
Please.
until another hour and 45 minutes before these investigators get here to interrogate you.
Right.
I'm going to need you to go sit in the corner. I don't want
please.
to hear another word. Take another nap."
No more. Yeah. In that voice.
She was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I do really want to see that Jurassic something movie."
In that
She's
voice.
asking about the movie theaters.
yeah.
Like your mama at the house.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
want to know about the movies that are playing?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the level of sick she is.
She mentioned to him that she had seizure disorder. Like, these are just random things that she's throwing out at this dude's just here to watch her while they come and investigate. They're just waiting. Yeah, she's telling him that this man never asked her none of this information. So she's kind of setting the stage, to let you know who. And she mentioned something about,
Which is similar to when she messaged me, setting the stage. That is a pattern of Gypsy Rose.
Yep. And then she mentioned something about how, you know, she came there and she was at Nick's house, and then the police just came in there, and how she's just here. They came to get Nick. She's just here. So literally, she's just there waiting.
She said she was going back to the house. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, they came to get Nick.
Right.
Y'all let me know when you ready to drop me back at the house. I just came here to be support.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she just happened to be a Nick's, and then he just got arrested. And she's just there to find out, you know, like, is he doing okay? Like, what's going on with him, you know? And I thought that was so wild. Like, you really see from the beginning, this is all rehearsed. She done checked out. She don't have nothing to do with what's going on.
No, she doesn't. She has, and that's sadly, this is her character. This is who she is. This is no longer a mistake, and I think that's the most important thing that people need to really see, is that this is who she is as a person. It is not a mistake. It is a character flaw. That is the core of who she is.
Yeah.
And the level of narcissism.
Yeah.
Is incredible.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think you could just really, once you see now, you go back to then, right? But once you see her now,
it's the same person, and you can visibly see that.
Yeah, you can see the contrast.
Even the manipulation, the lies, even the way she's dealing with Ken and Ryan, and how she speaks of Nick, and how she's out here looking for Dan now. Like, she's, you know, it's been very consistent with her previous behavior. So this is not someone that has been redeemed or someone that has changed. And although, you know, they say prison is for rehabilitation, she has not been rehabilitated under no circumstances. And narcissists generally don't. And she manipulated her way out of prison. I'm sure the parole board now can say that this was an error and she shouldn't be out here.
Yeah.
I know if I was on the parole board and I had granted her grace,
Yeah.
and to see her out here causing a ruckus.
Yeah. Yep.
And what I do find is very odd is that her crime was committed on the internet, and that the parole board has allowed her to be all over social media. That's a bit odd to me.
Wow. That's true. That is true. She's got a lot of leeway.
Yeah, she's traveling all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, she's traveling. I'm very jealous of her. That's why I'm so jealous, because she's traveling. Yeah. Because allegedly I am jealous.
You don't go nowhere?
I don't get to go anywhere. But you guys will see me next week. Follow my TikToks, because I will be
She gonna be somewhere.
somewhere and y'all will be able to watch my little B-Day trip. Okay.
Girl, so apparently you have no life, you know, you've done nothing.
Right.
But, you know, you didn't have to kill people to get here.
And what I want you guys to know and understand is that for me, this isn't a payback or anything for Gypsy. It's more of a, she has a man rotting in prison that is autistic and has a low IQ.
Yeah.
And although people will try to dispute that, it has been proven, and even one of his cousins said, you know, they didn't allow her testimony in court, but she said, you know, he had always been developmentally delayed. There had always been an issue. And furthermore, he was collecting a disability check. They don't give disability checks for people that aren't truly disabled. So you have to prove that you can't just go out there and function like a normal human being. And I need people really to understand that.
Yeah.
So he had been railroaded by the justice system. His public defender was literally working against him.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a very sad story.
And when you look at that, this is a man that truly needs justice.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he should be out here on these streets just free to roam.
Right.
I do believe he needs to be in a mental health institution. They need to treat him, come up with a treatment plan, and then from there they can figure out whether it can be a group home that he can be in. Right. But I do believe he needs to be supervised. That's obvious, even by what his mother said. But everybody deserves a fair day in court.
Yeah, but I think too, like it's we want to make sure that people aren't painting a picture of people who do not so good things, but then they want to be a hero. Because I'm sure in the mom and her's mind, they think they're like Robin Hood. Well, we stole from this and gave to the poor, which was themselves. But, you know, they had their own.
And the stepmother also had mentioned on a Facebook post that I actually have receipts of that she knew Gypsy could walk all this time. So she knew that they were collecting money. That was not a secret. So that also, you know, when you think about that, this is all quite disturbing to even know that.
So we're continuing to be scammed.
Yeah. Honestly, it has never changed. The stepmother is just as much of a fraud as she is.
Okay. Yep, the scam continues. Yeah. But also to say, for you to be here, it's 3 people's lives, right? Because we forget about Nick's mom. She's no longer here.
Yeah.
Nick is in jail. So you decided for yourself, you took away 3 people's lives to have yours.
And he had said multiple times he didn't want to do it. And she kept saying, this is the only way, this is the only way.
Let me tell you a story. So I know somebody who actually went through something like this. She was married and her ex-husband has a daughter. The daughter was a little wild with the mom, right? And so she sent her to live with her dad. So my friend who's married to this gentleman welcomed the daughter in, but of course she has rules in her house, et cetera, and she's coming to, you know, stay with her dad and wild out. So my friend was in the way. And she went and got some, I don't know exactly what it was, but disabled, autistic, whatever it was. She found some little boy from the neighborhood and convinced him to stab her. So she said that she came home, and she was living in Atlanta at the time. Came home, and this boy is in her house with a knife to stab her. And she screamed so loud that whatever he had, you know, the screaming made him drop the knife and run. And so, of course, she was just like, you know, and she went to call the police, and she has a knife, and, you know, come to find out, he went running off and ran to a shed. I think they found him, and they found out it was the daughter that set the boy up. Doesn't that sound familiar? Sounds very familiar. So I actually know somebody who went through the same scenario.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the fact that you use someone that has a disability, and the thing that, you know, it's just an unfortunate situation, honestly. It's honestly...
it's real life, yeah.
Very unfortunate for him, and the fact that he has to accept the situation for what it is. And not only does he have to accept it, Gypsy's out here being
it's a slap in the
looked
face.
at as hero.
Yeah.
As a hero. The comments, I adore her.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What have we came to as a world?
Yeah.
I mean, that when you really think about where have we came as a people to accept this and say it's okay, it's quite scary.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's quite scary.
And I think it was just we want to have a better message out there, because I don't want my daughter coming home with a Gypsy Rose t-shirt.
No.
You know, like,
No.
do you even understand what this young lady did to get her face on a t-shirt? We see the end game, like, oh, she's fabulous, and she doing a book, and she's on TV. We see that, but we don't see, or it's easy to forget how she got there. You know?
And that there's someone still sitting in prison. But she speaks of grace. She believes she should get grace, but for some reason she feels as if she's the only damn person that should get grace.
Who should give her the grace? Who she want grace for? Is that our job? Or?
Well, her boyfriend says that he would love for my followers to give her some grace.
I just thought it was God's job. Like, I didn't think it was our job. I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm all about accountability.
Yeah.
You give grace to people that are accountable. But when you come out and you're on the same thing. You don't need grace.
You want Grace to turn up and wild out? Wow.
And then, Ken's mama constantly says, but, she has like a mind of a 13-year-old. She is like very young. So are you saying your son is a pedophile, ma'am?
Girl.
Are you saying your son loves to date and be with women that are similar to underage little girls? What are you saying? Please clarify it for me.
I would love to know.
Allow me to understand.
Yeah, I would love to know.
I would love the clarification. Then, remember, she did that video where she said, like a Christian like myself, and then all of a sudden she says she's not a Christian. I'm like, this is very conflicting, so I'm starting to feel like you might be kind of in the loop with her.
Girl, let's not forget. She got a whole husband.
And a boyfriend.
And she looking for somebody else.
She's a who. She got holes in her pantyhose, even her daddy knows. And he sure does.
I mean, it's the oldest tradition.
Her daddy's name is Ross, so we know he be doing his thing too.
I mean, the country was built on these people, just they gotta survive, you know? So, closed legs don't get fed, So that's what they say. That's what they say. So she got it open for everybody. And we did mention, she rewarded Nick for his good deeds right afterwards.
But this video really just shows who she is as a person and her character and what she's really about. And that's the most important thing, for people to really see her for who she is. Because until we see her for who she is, she will not feel like she needs to be accountable.
Yeah.
If she never goes back to prison, I'm fine with that. But I would love for her to take accountability and show these kids that it's better to be accountable.
But the thing is, narcs don't.
No, and I know that part, which is
that's why you have to expose them.
Yes, that's why you have to expose them.
Yeah. But I'm thinking too, even in the video, I think she said that she stated for herself, like, I don't drink, I don't do this, I don't do that. Like she's telling you, I am an innocent person.
But she admitted that she's a pill popper also in other videos. You know what I'm saying? So do you do that stuff or you don't do that stuff? Either you're messing or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to figure it out.
Yeah, her story is all over.
Yeah, like her story's not consistent, but it's so inconsistent that she tries to gaslight you and say you the crazy one.
Yeah, because I think a person who has morals and wants to be given grace will not be out here sleeping around
And I will say this: she feels like she's just being happy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like her and Ryan had been separated for a long time and she kind of moved on.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, they had just stayed divorced and they had been living separate or anything like that. It's been, you literally left his house.
And Kim was outside in the car. I mean, so she wasted no time.
And so you really have to really say, and then, that same weekend, she was in New Orleans, posted up with kids saying we're not in a relationship. And then a month later, we're in a relationship. Like, girl.
Do you realize she had plans? So she had to figure out how to break up with him.
And you think you so smart to tell us that we're just friends. Oh, we just somehow ended up in a relationship. I don't know how this happened. Meanwhile, she had a whole necklace with K on it the whole time. Honey child.
If it wasn't planned already, I tell you. That girl had to figure out how to get out that house because she was going out with Ken. That is wild.
Meanwhile, Ryan she left him a note left him a note with the ring saying, we both deserve happiness.
Oh.
So happiness is you being out here and being a hot pocket? Anyway, y'all, we'll keep going through these interrogations with y'all. So just keep your eyes open because we are exposing Gypsy Rose.
Keep your eyes open and open your eyes. If you see what we see.
Right? Don't be out here acting like Stevie Wonder or Helen Keller. Because I mean, do you remember that video where Gypsy was giving marriage advice?
No.
Yes, on the Nick Powell show, she was telling this woman like how to, deal with her husband and how to make things. I thought,
Wait, is that the same video where she was talking about Ken?
yeah.
What'd she say? What's her advice? So I could get some advice.
She was like, oh, you need to just tell him what you want. And this lady was calling in. I don't know if the lady was crazy, Gypsy was off, or Nick Biles for sitting there letting her do this mess. The lady said she wanted relationship advice because, her husband, she feels like they do it too often. And she feels like sometimes she doesn't want to do it, and she was like, well, you should let him know. Gypsy's saying, let him know the same way you let that man know you was finna cheat.
Well, she didn't even let him know she was over it. She just left, so.
When I tell you the most ironic thing in the world was Gypsy Rose giving marriage advice. Straight out the pen.
This is wild.
Like what? Literally, I seen that video all over again the other day, and I said, am I in the Twilight Zone? And when I first said they are not happy on Julie's video,
Yeah.
everyone said I was a hater.
Right.
A month later, they're separated. Yeah, let me tell you, if I ain't never preached the truth, then I don't know if you don't know that now.
Ooh, that one took me. Marriage advice.
Girl. All right, y'all. We'll catch up with you guys.
Yeah. Yes.
Bye-bye for now.
So much more.
Yes. Bye.